What's good? So, trying to get this day going. It's actually quite well into the day, but I'm talking about my day where I'm actually going to create some stuff. Now, I do need to power on this place, you know what I'm saying? And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and get this place going. Got my lights on over here. And I need to do some things because I realized something, and I do apologize to the people involved, but I missed 2 submissions to the beat challenge, and what I want to do is go in to my computer, download it, put them in a separate video because I promised that I would include all the submissions, and I missed 2 of them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back and actually include these. So that's the first thing I want to do today, and then I'm going to go into making another video for YouTube, and then I'm going to go into making some more videos for my website. Let's get into it. What's up? I'm at the computer. What I did is I downloaded these files into my downloads folder, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these files into a new session. So I'm just going to put them in a brand new session here. So I'm going to open up DaVinci Resolve, which is what I use, and I use it because it's free, and even if I want to pay for it, it only costs a one-time fee, so that's kind of why I use that. So I'm just going to do a new project and, you know, just put NPC challenge beats not forgotten. And then this way I'm just going to drag those 2 beats in here and then just release this video because I want to share all of them. I want to share all the beats. Alright. So basically I downloaded these beats. Alright, the beats are actually in my downloads folder right now. I just downloaded them. I should bring them in that other folder, but I just want to get this done real fast. So these 3 pictures, go with this first one. See if I can just drop them in there. And then this beat goes with this first one. Drop that in there. And then this one here goes with this other one. Alright, so I'm going to put this one here. So we got these 2 beats in there. So now what I got to do is just record just like a little intro kind of explaining what I did and how I didn't get these in there. Because one of these beats was actually in the spam folder and one was actually in the promotional tab. I don't know why Google does that promotional tab stuff, but it's kind of annoying. Alright, so I got the beats in there. I'm just going to make sure I go to my effects library. And there's a titles thing here, and I'm going to use one of these 3D ones down here. I was using this title in a box 3D. It's just a preset that's built right into it, but I mean it looks pretty cool. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the artist name in that box, and then that way you can go ahead and include the name. And then once I upload it, I'll put their YouTube channel in the description. So I believe this guy right here, which has a cool beat by the way, Stillborn Music. Yeah, I really like this guy's beat. I like the drums and everything. I like the way he flipped the sample, but I also like the drums. Alright, so we got Stillborn Music. I'm going to put his Instagram on there, and then I'm also going to put his YouTube channel in there in the description. But first, I'm going to put this one on here. So I'm going to use the so the warranty on my computer just expired, so you know, everything's going to go wrong with it. It's like, oh, you don't have a warranty anymore? Let's break. It actually happened on my Apple MacBook Pro. Freaking had the thing for 3 years. I got the Apple, plan, the Apple Care, whatever. 3 years and like 2 months in, the logic board went out. I don't even know if it was even 3 years, 2 months. It was like right at 3 years. And it was right after the thing expired, the logic board went out. And they're like, oh, it's going to be like $300-400 to fix it. I'm like, really? Yeah, my computer froze. Alright, so what I'm learning is my computer doesn't like these 3D elements in here because I was having the hardest time rendering this freaking project last time. I spent a few hours just trying to render it. I might be a little bit less friendly with these 3D graphics in here. But I usually don't put these 3D graphics in there, and I have had no issues rendering. Now I put these 3D graphics in there, and there's all kind of issues. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do all that over again. The joys of making YouTube videos. Frick. So it's just like, man, you got to give it to these people who make all these videos time and again and again and again, because stuff happens, man. Now, I usually save this stuff habitually because my last program that I used to use, which was Vegas, would literally just crash continuously. It was ridiculous. See, like anytime I would do like a major edit, I would save it. Generally, that's what I do, but I didn't do that last time and it just crashed on me. But honestly, I haven't had any issues with this thing crashing. It's just that 3D element. I don't think it likes using those 3D elements, which is really annoying. Like, I'm going to use them anyway. So I'm going to use a different one, a different element. I think it was that one element it didn't like, so I'm just going to use like a different one. Now the problem with using this one is the text doesn't show up, so I got to use something different. I'm just going to use that other one. I think it'll be fine. I'll just save it. Groovy bass line in that one. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, save that. Oh yeah, it's definitely that lower third simple box. You can see how this is red. I think this red line here means it doesn't like this one. And maybe it's because I'm dragging it all the way across. You can see how it's red. It really doesn't like rendering now. So I think it's that particular one, but I'm already committed to it. So I'm going to use it. So let's go ahead and use it. I think it should be fine. If it doesn't render, then I'll just replace it. It's time consuming making videos and making music because you gotta learn how to use the video software, you gotta learn how to use the music software, you gotta learn how to use YouTube, you gotta learn how to use Photoshop, you gotta learn how to use all this different stuff. You gotta learn how to build websites, you gotta learn how to do everything. It's just time consuming. You can only research so much, you can only learn so much. So you just gotta do the best you could do with what you have. Okay, so I have the 2 songs in there. I'm just gonna make a quick intro for it, and then what I'm gonna do is just go with it, you know what I mean? Cool, so what I did is I went ahead and I recorded a quick intro to that. I'm gonna bring it into Resolve right now. Now I pulled that in. You can see I restarted this video, it looks like 3 different times, just based on the gaps in the audio down here. So I'm just going to explain this really quick because there was a question on showing the whole process of making a video. So what I did is I recorded on my iPhone a quick introduction. I didn't make it super complicated because, you know, I started recording 1, 2, it looks like 3 different times, and right here's the 3rd time. Now I have a shortcut on my keyboard where all I have to do is push Q, this button right here. It says Q. If I press that, it's going to cut wherever that red line is back. And then, what's up everybody? My name is Matthew Stratton with Matthew Grading. I got the intro. What's up everybody? My name is Matthew Stratton with MatthewGrading.com, and I want to say thank you to everybody. Now I don't really need to watch the whole thing. I'm just going to watch the end because I think I stuttered at the end here. And thank you everybody. Yeah, right there. So that's a good thing about editing these things like right when you record them. you remember.
And thanks everybody for participating, and let's go ahead and get into this. I appreciate everybody. Thanks everybody for
Boom. So now it's pretty much that. I got the intro right there. I got the 2 beats after it. So right here is the intro, what I just recorded on my phone. Right here is the beat. So this actually is the beat that I downloaded. I put it in here. Then I put these images over top. These are 3D elements. Alright. I could actually put these on the same line as the, like, it doesn't really matter how you line these up, really, to be honest, but for organizational purposes, you might want to put all your video on the same line. 3D elements above it, so anything that's above, it's going to show up. Alright, and then we're pretty good there. So basically I have most of the elements there. I do want to put my Instagram at the beginning of it. So right here, let me show you that. I got my Instagram and I got some sound effects and different things. It's just a quick folder I can go to. Now I made this particular element inside of here.
What's up everybody? My name is Matthew Stratton with MatthewGrading.com.
And you can see at the bottom it says, you know, follow on Instagram at Matthew Creating.
And I want to say,
so pretty much at that point I'm done with the video editing part, and I can go over to the audio part. Now the audio part is down here. There's like a music note. So you just click that and now you have access to the audio. Sometimes it's good to expand this so you can see. Alright, I need to do some compression on that. And I actually need to move these audio tracks to their own track because I want to do a different kind of, I don't want to EQ these, I just want to put them straight. I might just do a little bit of limiting so they don't limit or so they don't peak, but I'm not going to do too much with that. And then I'm going to come back over here. This is just my crash course in video editing. One day I might do, you know, something more detailed. But right here you got channel, you got vocal channel. Now I did make a preset, but this is just for a specific microphone. Now whatever microphone you have, you're going to EQ and do things differently to that microphone. I just kind of want to cut out some of the mids.
Going ahead and sending those to me. And hey, if you didn't see the previous video, I'm going to leave a link, you know, at the end of this video, so you can go ahead and check out the previous submissions of the beat challenge as well. Enjoy these 2 beats. Thank you everybody for participating.
All right, and obviously I need to go through and actually do something there.
Thanks everybody for participating, and let's go ahead and get into it.
All right, I don't want too much compression.
Appreciate everybody.
And then after I do that, I put a limiter on it. Alright, so we got a limiter here. And there is a vocal preset, but I don't really care for it. It just puts the input on soft, basically.
You live, you learn. I didn't check those 2 areas. Next time I do this, I'm going to check those 2 areas, but I did not check those.
Now, if I'm recording this on my Zoom, I'm going to have to boost the input level on the limiter. I kind of use it as a maximizer. I just maximize the input, set the threshold there, but this one, you know, my microphone here is just so loud. I don't know how to adjust the settings on it yet. I just plug it in and I just go for it.
2 areas, so they got lost, and what I did is I included them in a new video here, so I'm going to go ahead and play those 2 submissions now. I appreciate you guys for going ahead and sending those to me, and hey, if you didn't...
Alright, whatever. I'm not too worried about it because the levels on it were pretty good anyway, but usually do a compression about 3 to 5 dB on my voice. Save it every once in a while. Alright, so I got the intro done. I'm going to go over here. This is good. Now, what I have to do is just make these levels consistent. So if I tap over here where it says mixer, what I can do, close the inspector, I can look at my levels. I can already see that this is louder than this one, so I'll either pull this up or pull this down. Alright, and then clearly they're mixed really differently. Alright, and then I got these big speakers so I can really hear the bass. You can see how this one's quiet. Like, this guy probably didn't do any, he probably didn't put the limiter on there to really push the loudness, which is cool, but this guy really pushed the loudness on his. So it's just, you know, how people choose to do it. But whenever you're trying to put these together, you just try to get the loudness kind of even. At least that's what I do. But I mean, he's really bass heavy. This guy isn't. I mean, they're just completely mixed differently. So I mean, I just make them the loudness even. I don't really worry too much about actually mixing it or EQing it or doing anything. So if you look over here, on my master, I'm pretty good. So what I'll do is I'll just put a limiter on the master just in case there's a little bit of peak here and there. So it just will just limit it, and then that'll be pretty much it. So I'll come over here, go to my master, I'll add a limiter on it. And I don't really want it to peak. So pretty much I don't want to think too much about it. I just want to get the peak levels, everything even. They clearly mix this stuff differently. If I really wanted to, I could really push the loudness on the previous track to kind of keep it up with the other one. But at the same time, this is the way this artist made it, so I don't really want to mess with his mix or his master. I'm just going to put it in there, and I'm just going to make sure that the levels are even. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. So we're going to go with that. So once I'm done with it, I'll just go to my rocket shit over here. I'm just going to hit this preset for YouTube. I don't even want to think about it too much. I just hit the preset. You know what I mean? This is just going to be 1080p. I didn't record it 4K, so we'll roll with it. And then I'll save it into here, right there. And then once I do that, I'll put add to render queue, and then I'll start the render, and then I'll wait for it to be rendered, and then that's pretty much it, you know. So when I do math and creating music, it's a little more structured and organized because I have specific things that I do. I got a routine. I have certain ways that I do everything. But whenever I'm pulling in source material from 20 different places, it makes it a little bit more challenging. It makes it take a little bit longer to do. But it's pretty cool to do it. I'm glad that everybody was able to submit something. And it's pretty cool, man. I'm really glad. I'm happy to share this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's awesome. So once this gets done, I'll go ahead and upload it. It doesn't take long. It looks like it's only going to take 1 minute to actually render. Alright, so it rendered that in 1 minute and 40 seconds. And it wasn't that long of a thing. It was a 5-minute video. But it wasn't actually like all video. Like, there were still images and stuff like that. So, yeah, it only took 1 minute and 40 seconds. So what I'll do is I'll go to open file location. And then it'll give me the file location. And then I can go to my browser. I can actually go over up here on YouTube. It says create a video, upload a video, and basically I'll just upload it. So I'll go to my file where that video was and just pull it in there, and then it'll start uploading it and it'll process it, and then we'll be good to go. And that's pretty much it. All right, and you can see it's going to take me around a little over 2 minutes to upload this. And then once it's uploaded, I'll have to make a thumbnail. I'll have to write the description, and then I'll have to release it. I'll probably release it tomorrow. And then that's pretty much it. That's recording and editing, everything Resolve. A little crash course for you, in case you wanted one. Someone did ask about it, so that's why I was like, you know what, while I'm here, let me go ahead and do it. But that's not really typical what I do. So what I do with Matthew creating music is kind of a little more complicated. So I have 2 cameras. I have an overhead camera, I have a front-facing camera, and then I have, what I have is a my Zoom L12 that I record my microphone into, and then I record my whatever I'm recording. Like if I'm doing an MPC-1 video, I'll put my outputs of the MPC-1 into the Zoom, and I'll record it into that, onto the SD card. So then you have 3 different things that you have to sync up. And you do that all in there. Then you got your graphics, and then you have to level everything, you know, as far as audio. And it could get a little bit complicated, but I kind of got a system to that. Whereas this is kind of a hodgepodge. I don't really have a system to downloading stuff from other people, and then, you know what I mean? Like, I edited everything out of the downloads folder. Like, I put everything in the downloads folder and kind of edited it from there. If I was doing my own thing, I would have a separate folder for everything. Like my 2 cameras would have their own separate folder. My audio would have a separate folder. I wasn't really planning on doing a tutorial on Resolve. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing. But I remembered that somebody asked for it. So basically what that's going to do is going to process. Now you can see 0% process. It says pending. So, I mean, pretty much done there for the moment. I mean, I could go in and actually edit all this stuff now, type the description and stuff, but for now, it's going to leave it what it is because I have more recording to do. Normally, I would record everything all at once and then edit everything and upload things. But since this was something that I wanted to do and get done, I just did everything all at once. All right, so that was like an impromptu session on DaVinci Resolve. I really didn't plan on doing that. So the next thing I want to do is go ahead and connect my camera. I want to record some videos for my MPC-1 course, and that should take up a good amount of time. And then what I'll do is I'll dump that footage over on my computer. Then I might do a Matthew Creating Music show recording, and then, you know, tomorrow I'll edit everything because I like to do record days and then edit days. So today is going to be a record day. Tomorrow is going to be an edit day. You know, I did edit that one video really fast because I did want to get those songs out there. All right, so that's pretty much that. What I want to do is go ahead and get into recording that. And I hope these videos might be helpful for you. If not, at least a little bit entertaining. That was one heck of a recording session. All right, so I went ahead and recorded some videos for my website. And now I'm just going to dump them on my computer, take a little bit of a break. And, you know, I might not even do that other episode today. I might wait till tomorrow to do it because that was intense. That was a crazy recording session. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you enjoyed the video. Connect with me in the comments. Say what's up. I appreciate you for watching this. All right, let's keep making music. Let's keep making progress. Let's keep moving forward. It's the only way to go. If you ain't moving forward, you're moving backward. Let's go ahead and keep moving. Thank y'all.